very large.
And we're live. Hey folks, welcome to the fungal forest of Everspore. Deep, deep in the bowels of this vividly colorful, spore-filled forest, you have come to the very brink of the heart of it. These sacred mushroom pools. There's a smell of mildew in the air. And thick, unpleasant odors of rotten vegetation. Some of them feel like a slap in the face, they're so strong. However, overlaying most of those smells is a kind of smoky, burning scent. And that is acrid and unpleasant. Now, as you approach the sacred pools, and the vegetation is growing more and more colorful around you that you can barely make out in the moonlight, you find your feet sinking into the mushroom-covered ground. And you're stepping on bones embedded in all of the fungus. Some of the bones are humanoid, others animal. And some of the animal bones are huge, much, much larger than the creatures you've seen all around. You see an enormous unicorn dog skull, 5 times the size of the pack that you narrowly avoided on your way into Everspore Forest. You see a huge bird skull. Akiri whispers that it's a giant owl with beak still attached.
Aww.
Half emerging from a giant glowing mushroom is a terrifying ape skull with huge canines. It's so large, the smallest of you could probably crawl inside of it. And the sounds as you approach fill your senses as well. There's a flute playing. One of the guardians, either Udaj or Inaz, is playing a flute in the night. Peaceful, yet eerie, as you approach. And the sound of falling water mixes with the animal and ever-present insect noises to form a cloud of sound that seems to wrap you around and like a blanket. When you're just about to step onto this map, another sound presses its way into all of your minds. It's musical, like the flute playing, but it is like a chorus of voices. It almost feels like it's blowing in, like you're inhaling these voices. They speak in a language that seems strange, secret, and full of power. Only one of you understands this language, and that would be Finn, who recognizes it as the secret language of druids.
Okay.
For two of you, there is another auditory experience that occurs. Not a sound, but it is a voice in your minds. Bella and Breath.
Oh, great, this fucker.
Both hear a voice.
I'm still here.
And the experience of listening to this voice, as ever, is like oily fingers with long nails trailing across your ears and pushing their way into your mind. Children, my old sister rules this place. I cannot help thee through the dangers that lie before thee.
Yeah, that's fine. We weren't going to ask for your help.
Yep, I'm good.
Very well. Thou givest me back my gift, and thou scorned me.
Yeah? Accurate?
Breath, you feel as though a stone is being pried out from your forehead.
Ow!
And all of the rest of you observe that the burned thumb mark that has occasionally appeared on Breath's forehead appears and melts away into smoke. It's gone.
Well, there you go.
Bella, you feel you didn't even realize you were carrying this weight, but like a great oily coat, it's lifted off of you, and you feel suddenly lighter.
Cool.
You are in the realm of the gloom now. Shouldst thou seek anything of me again, whether gifts or redress of wrong, come to me at the fortress of fetters.
So I get the sense like a whole thing just happened here.
Yeah, I guess the Shadow decided to bamf out, which honestly is a relief.
Right. I still don't know what. I understand what each of those words individually meant, but altogether, I still don't really know what's going on.
Oh, there's this very sinister, vile, powerful being that used to bug us all the time because we did kind of, sort of, maybe make a deal with him at one point in the past. And he's just been sticking around ever since. And like, he called himself our dad, but he wasn't our dad. Is very uncomfortable. And he's decided.
Yeah, that sounds really inappropriate.
Yeah. I wonder if he has like loneliness issues.
Aw.
So like, find better ways to address them.
So you're saying he's gone?
Feels
Sorry.
like Bella? Bella, do you feel that too?
I feel better than I have in like 6 months. So this is amazing.
Huh. Wonder what caused him to give you all the slip.
It's the fact that his sister is in charge of this realm and he didn't really feel comfortable walking into it. So it's not entirely good news.
Say no more. I've got roughly 57 siblings, and I can tell you some of them I'm not too keen on seeing ever again.
Well, there you go.
One of them tried to eat me.
I don't fully understand. You mean, who would be his sister? Do you know much of her?
Not a lot. We know that her name is the Gloom, and she's one of the Dark Six. So, I don't know a whole lot about them.
Ain't that who the Circle was talking about? Was supposed to fix this whole problem?
The Gloom is the controller of these parts, the one who all of our friends, kind of points in the direction behind us, worshipped before they became unholy converted.
So, let me make sure I'm getting this right. We're turning over this forest from a creepy dude named the Defiler to a creepy chick named the Gloom, who happens to be the sister of a creepy dude named the Shadow that was bugging you guys for a while. Am I understanding the creepy person economy we've got set up here?
Scrap, it's all in degrees of creepiness, you see.
You're right. I'm one to talk, right? The big talking rat man.
Let's just say that it seems to me that the Gloom has much more internal designs. She doesn't seem to want to spread Everspore, but I can promise you that the alternative very much wants to engage with the rest of the Wildlands quite violently.
Yeah. Alright.
I'd agree with that. The Gloom is certainly more focused on defending the secrets kept within Everspore, not necessarily spreading out Everspore to neighboring areas.
Alright. Hey, I trust you guys. You seem to know what you're talking about. Just trying to make sure I got everything straight here. Sounds like we're dealing with some shady folks. Pun intended.
I admit it's not the most ideal of circumstances, but I think it's better than the alternative. Were we to just leave things to their own devices here. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I've been sort of making an assumption here. Is everyone else okay with continuing this plan?
If I had any indication that...
I mean, I think it's a little too late to turn back now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Also probably true. That's a good point. Forget I mentioned it.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if the folks who live here want to serve this Gloom person, then, like, I feel like it's not our choice to judge whether or not they do. You know, we just know that this Defiler guy's bad news, and he came in and took over and kicked everyone out and made some of them explode. So, he seems like more bad news.
Yes, I would agree with that. Then, shall we press forward?
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey Max, how long? I know you mentioned last session that it was a bit of a walk to get from where we were to kind of where we're approaching right now.
Yep.
But about how long has it been?
I mean, normally it would. Why do you ask?
I asked the Path Belt Trace lasts for 1 hour, and I imagine we still would have been moving pretty slowly, unless anyone else disagrees, just still trying to be relatively sneaky.
Okay.
And so I didn't know if that was still active.
Woadwax spoke with you guys. When he spoke with you, he told you that if you could find a good place to hide, you might be able to rest at least for an hour in between the sneaking through the patrol line and the sacred pools. If you want to do that, you could. Alternatively, you could make it here with that spell still active if you wish. You would. It wouldn't be that hard. It's only a half an hour distance.
Yeah, and Pass Without a Trace lasts for like an hour, right?
Yeah, that's so basically we can rest for an hour and obviously lose Path Without a Trace, or we can not rest for an hour and still have it active as we're kind of approaching the
Yep.
next.
If you
I
wish.
mean, are any of us like hurting right now?
I wouldn't mind a chance to recharge a bit of ki, but that's not a huge issue.
Okay. I mean, I'm not opposed to having a rest. I just checking that. You know, are we all? Because I don't think. Yeah, are we all needing that? I'm fine with it. I'd rather our monk be
Finn
fully
has no
charged.
reason to rest, but I'm happy to rest for Vapos.
I'm down either way.
It sounds like we're going to be into getting. Maybe I should say this in character. It sounds like we're going to be getting into some rough stuff. Maybe we ought to make sure we're all topped off before we go in there. You know, make sure we're all like.
I mean,
Fine for
if you
me.
guys don't mind, I feel like I could use a bit of a chance to meditate.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me. Let's find somewhere to hide.
You have several people trained in survival. It won't be that hard for you to find a nice little overhang of giant mushrooms that's dark and quiet and secluded. So, losing the spell, you guys can rest, gain the benefits of rest for an hour, and you will not be disturbed. During that period of time, you can change out your attunements. At the end of it, you could cast any spells that you want to be active when you come strolling up. You have received no end of warnings about this place. So, take a moment and consider. Otherwise, are you ready?
Do we have my last question? Coming from where we are right now, do we have pretty clear instructions from Woadwax on exactly where the weed is that we're hunting down, or is it a little bit vague?
It's well, you know where you as you can see. I haven't described this area in detail yet, but the weed is not necessarily visible. There's no There's no clear sign of it. Although you can see all the other guardians, perhaps. A bunch of
Okay,
other guardians.
I didn't. Yeah.
These are the sacred pools. You know exactly where to go. And you know that you can have Akiri try and cast a cleansing spell, or you can drop in the totem that Woadwax gave you. And I was about to ask, who is carrying that?
Ooh.
It will have to be dropped in after defeating the hatred weed.
Vapos can carry it if no one else wants to.
Well, that's fine. Absolutely.
That works for me. Sure.
Mark that down.
Sure. Sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Well, unless there's something else you want to declare during your rest, you simply take a breather and listen to the occasional flute playing, as well as all the other noises, and then you are going to approach. So, on this map, there are a number of unusual terrain things happening. First of all, note there are pools of water that could be jumped over or swum across. The ground is otherwise, this sort of purple or greenish ground is normal terrain. Although it is uneven and soft and spongy in places, it's not bad enough to be difficult. Note the large growths of mushrooms all around, including the pools. Each of the mushroom pools, this one's 5 feet off the ground, this one's 10 feet, 10 feet, this one's at the same level, actually this one's lower down, this one's 5 feet off the ground, and they get higher as you go up here, to the north of the map. The larger growths will be difficult terrain to traverse in most cases, such as this one over here. As well as this guy.
Vapor scoots.
Now, as you guys step into this glade, you will notice that the plants all around you are turning, pointing their fronds in your direction as you pass. So, stealth would have been of little avail anyway.
Okay.
You do have the chance to cast any spells before you enter, though. Now you may move yourselves around in the starting zone of no further than 10 feet from the bottom edge of this map.
Okay.
Finn's looking like 200 feet behind him. Wishing he could be there.
That will not be possible.
No, I'm just
an
kidding.
important note. Other than the entrance that you are coming into, the mushrooms all around you form a probably impenetrable barrier or walls all around this map. And Finn, as you come in, peeking, you will certainly notice that some large mushrooms move, closing off the path of egress behind you.
Oh boy. I have a feeling that they will not be as friendly to me as the tree was.
You do get that sense. As soon as you enter the glade, Inaz stops playing the flute. All of the mushroom-infested undead creatures jump to alert. And there's a hiss of rage as you interlopers come in here.
I think the term you mean is heroes.
That's something that's decided after the fact.
Select your characters and roll initiative.
My god, I'm not single digit. I'm actually a high double compared to 20. That's amazing.
Oh no. That's a bad omen for you guys.
Oh boy.
What the heck is going on over here?
Max is the master of extremes.
Apparently.
Oh, I don't like whatever that in the first turn order it looks like. That looks like a not nice.
Okay. Is there too much sound? You guys want me to turn off some of the sounds?
I don't mind.
Fine for me.
Alright.
No,
Nice
it's great.
ambiance.
Okay. I just need to organize my screen a little bit here.
It's nice white noise that will lull us into sleep as we,
Oh,
you know, are embraced by death.
As you enter, the male druid way at the back raises his hand. You dodge. Begone, invaders! You must die for your trespass here. These are the sacred mushroom pools of the gloom. Our very hatred will destroy you. And he is going to cast a spell. He is going to cast a spell. Yep. That chorus of voices suddenly gets louder in your area. And it presses into your minds. Let me make sure that he has the range to do this, actually. Yeah, I think so. So actually, everyone except Scrap. Everyone except Scrap is going to need to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is just getting uncanny.
Those are some impressive saving throws. Okay.
Sorry, I hit mine twice because it wasn't working.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, they're both fails.
I'm guessing it doesn't matter either. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Bella, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, story of my life.
All right. So, Bella and Mavra will fail. And the rest of you kind of force the chorus of voices out of your minds. The two of you are just, your brain is just full of noise and confusion. The other druid will cast an entirely different spell. So at the start of your turns, Mavra and Bella, I'm going to give you an icon. At the start of your turns, I'm going to need you to roll a d10, okay? So I'm going to ask you to remember to do that.
Okay.
Got it.
Tell me your result. I'm just trying to.
You guys might want to mark your tokens just to have a reminder.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick an icon to give them.
Okay.
There, that's pretty good. Okay. The other druid is also casting a spell. Inaz whispers into the night, and some things start wriggling up out of the dirt. Isn't it? There we go. And they can appear all over the damn place. They're going to come out right around here. They look like these things look like this. And they are much bigger than you want them to be.
Oh god.
These are the size of a large dog.
Oh no.
Doesn't seem to have any problem wriggling their way through the water either. Or climbing along the walls of the pools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hello? Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, mic issues. I made a hilarious joke and no one responded, so
Oh, okay.
I figured my mic was broke.
So they come wriggling up through the ground. Isn't that nice? Okay. Then, yeah, a lot's happening on this initiative count. The mushroom and fungus infected bodies, walking corpses, shamble forward. Moaning and groaning, but to those of you hearing the chorus, they are actually in tune with it. The chorus. And so this is the horrible, rotten, mushroom-infested body of a kobold, missing a leg. That's fun. And it will actually, let me double check something. So as ever, everything around you in Everspore Forest is just full of life, and you can see that this undead, this dead corpse is full of life that's causing it to move. Things are growing in and on it. Is what I mean. Well, I guess it's not slow. Alright, so he's actually going to come all the way up here and get in your business. No. Oh, that's right. Actually, these guys can act immediately. I forgot that. Yeah, so these giant dog-sized centipedes are going to come crawling their way up, and they're actually going to attempt to bite. So, Mayra, you're getting bitten. Ref is going to take a bite. And they don't seem at all bothered by this difficult terrain. They actually crawl over this stuff with the same alacrity that their hundreds of legs, or however many legs they have, that they crawl over any other terrain. So it comes crawling up on top of this thing and then down to get to Scrap. They are way, way up in your business. Okay. So, Breath, you're taking 2 attacks. What's your AC again? 17?
17. Yeah.
That is going to be a 1 hit. I think. Yeah, 1 hit. So I need you to take some piercing damage and make a save against the poison that its mandibles inject into your body. Take 6 piercing.
Imagine that'd be con save?
Yes. Okay,
That's a 20.
You're too tough for that poison. But it felt like it was stiffening your joints. Mayra, your AC is very high. Its mandibles do not break through your armor. Vapos is getting attacked twice. Those are both going to miss.
AC 19.
Finn is getting attacked. Uh-oh. Finn is hit. Make a con save for me, Finn. And 6 piercing damage.
Yeah.
You fail the con save, and the poison rushes through your body, causing intense stiffening joints and pain. Take 7 poison damage, so that's total of 13 of the piercing and the poison are added together. Scrap. You're going to take 2 attacks. One of them has actually advantage, because you're flanked. So the first attack without advantage is going to hit you. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me, Scrap. And take 5 piercing. Oh! A critical failure on a saving throw. So you're going to take 8 points of poison damage as it painfully stiffens your muscles and joints. I can't hear you. The one with advantage is now attacking you.
Hold on. Back up. 8 plus what? What was the actual normal hit damage?
5. No, wait. Did I roll it?
You did. It was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
I
5.
should have rolled 3 d4s at this point, but I only rolled 2. So I didn't roll it. Right? Yeah. So actually it was 6. Oh my gosh. Those are some nasty mandibles. So you're actually going to take 6 piercing and 8 poison. For 14 total, if it is a total. And now, did I roll with the guy with advantage? Yeah, I did. And he is going to hit. Yep, he's going to hit. So make another Constitution saving throw. Taking another 6 piercing. These mandibles are on fire. Your Constitution save will succeed this time.
Okay.
So at least there's that for you. But he just takes another 6 piercing from that attack.
Gotcha.
Okay. So moaning and groaning, these guys are moving forward.
Hey Max, real
Yeah.
quick.
Yep.
How high up is this guy?
I'm sorry, could you ping again?
This one.
She is 10 feet off the ground.
And this one?
He is 20 feet off the ground.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you.
Okay. This guy clambers up here. And has a sword, actually. He's got worms dropping off of him. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty great. Maggots. And he'll climb up here. Okay. Now the rest of these guys are ranged. And we'll do the huge one, or the large-sized guy last. So, how much damage does a crossbow do again? I don't have it in front of me.
Depends. Large.
Light crossbows are a D8, heavies are a D10.
Okay. Looks like I'm going to be shooting at... Looks like I'm going to be shooting at Scrap, because he is slightly more... looks like more of a... less armored, less defended.
That's fair.
More like a spellcaster. And these guys are getting direction from their masters. So he is going to get shot with 2 crossbows. A critical hit.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness me. That's going to be 15 damage. Yes, 15 damage right off the bat. From
Cool.
that critical hitting crossbow. At least the other crossbow missed.
Jeez, I'm gonna die before I get to do the cool stuff I wanted to do.
The longbow user over here is going to... yeah, he's also shooting at Scrap. Sorry, Scrap.
It's okay.
And you are going to take a hit from that. And you are going to take... Longbows are still D8, right? Yeah. And you are going to take 5 points from that.
Okay.
Alright. Now the huge one is shooting, or the large-sized one is shooting. And he is taking aim at... Scrap, how come your HP's not going down?
I don't know. I'm reducing it in my
Character sheet?
character sheet. I can do it in here too.
No, it's just, it should...
40.
Oh, for some reason it... Alright, these tokens are broken. Because I pulled them in from the other map.
No, look, we've all figured out that Scrap is secretly immortal. You don't have to keep pretending anymore.
My token is fine, Max.
Your token's working fine.
Yep.
Oh, you know, maybe it's a problem because I said it wrong on Scrap originally. That would be a relief because I don't want the technical problems of the other map to make their way into this one. I'd rather it be my mistake. Scrap, you're taking a big old crossbow shot. You really don't want this one to hit. And it's a frigging critical hit. What the hell?
Well, good night, everybody. This was fun.
That's a frigging
Do
hit.
not recommend Ranger. Would I'd put them in like C tier generously.
What is going on with you, man? You are going to take... Oh wait, that's not the critical hit damage. You are going to take 15 points of damage.
Cool beans.
That was a low roll.
That's half of what I've got left.
Okay. Indeed.
Oh, cool. Now it updated. So we're good.
I fixed the settings.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Grimly, the undead start reloading. Breath. Wait, is it Breath's turn? Breath has initiative count 20. Breath, you get to do something.
Woo! All right. The first thing I would love to do is go into a rage.
Okay.
I love how politely you say that.
I don't want to scare my 2 young children. I have a 10-foot storm aura that shoots out around me. I think that is going to zap. Wrong key. This centipede.
Didn't I buff that? Don't forget I buffed that.
Yeah, well, basically, it just, I don't have to, there's no check. It's just does the damage.
Okay.
So that's 6 lightning damage at centipede.
So which guy?
This one, the one directly in front of Vapos.
Okay, so he gets no save. He just takes
6 zappy zaps.
6 zappy damage. Guess what? He's dead.
Is it? Oh,
Done.
fantastic! This is delightful. I'm just going to try and clear 2 of these guys out. So I'm going to take my attack, targeting this one first. Here comes attack number 1. That's a 21 to hit.
That's a hit. He's
Dealing,
dead.
yeah, considerable damage. And then my second attack will be on the one to my left.
Okay.
That'll be regular attack. 14 to hit?
You chop the nasty thing in half.
Alright, fantastic. And I am going to, let's see, take 1 step forward to be right here.
Okay.
Wait. No, you know what? I'm going to take 2 steps forward. Be right here.
Okay.
I think that's really all I can do.
Hey, you're between 2
Whoa, I
friend
just
zombies.
accidentally took away a bunch of my health, because my trackpad is special. Yes, that will end my turn.
Got it. Okay. The sacred pools and the gloom itself will now take a lair action.
A rock falls on Scrap's head.
This is actually going to... Vines shoot forth from the very ground and attack Breath. Oh my god, how many natural 20s have I rolled so far? 4?
That is the 4th, yes.
Bref, make a strength saving throw and take some damage. Let's see here.
That's a 25.
Okay. So, from the vines lacerating you and grabbing at you, you're going to take 5 bludgeoning and 4 poison damage. You then break their grip and are not grappled in place, restrained by them.
The 5 bludgeoning damage, was that taking into account my raging or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Alright, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So that happens, and then it's Finn's turn.
Okay. Jeez. So Finn is going to first. He's going to. He looks a little bit wounded already, just from the one bite of this lovely little creature, and so he's looking a little bit, I guess, kind of scared. He's gonna kind of reach into himself, like hunch over a little bit, and again start drawing patterns. But it's one pattern that's repeated over and over and over again, and he's doing it in slightly wider gestures this time. And so you guys make out a constellation that you've probably seen over and over in all of your wandering days of the dragon. And he's gonna make this pattern of a constellation like 10 times in a row. And then the constellation is going to stay there even when he's done making his movements, and it's going to kind of reach into him and then go behind him. And so it's like hovering above him. He's now spreading light in the area, and what I assume to be a slightly gloomy area now has a basically 20 feet of light emanating from him.
Nice.
And so he's going to take the dragon constellation in his starry form, which, there we go. He's then going to pick a point very far off that I'll mark, and he's going to start making more constellation movements with his hands. He's going to make the shape of a jug, the shape of a fisty, her constellation, shape of a reef, and the shape of an eel. And he's going to say something like, when the stars don't quite align for you, you've got to make them. And he's going to cast Control Water all the way back. Let me ping it. I don't know how to ping it, but from this square to the left of that little archer guy.
If you have your regular selection tool and you click and hold, that's the ping.
Aha!
Regular
Okay,
selection.
so he's going to pick a point from here.
Okay.
And it's going to be a 100-foot cube in every direction. So basically, as I know that there's a wall back there, basically it will be all of the water up until these pools right in front of us that he now has control over. And it's all standing water, so it includes...
So even though
if they're
it's
in
different bodies of water?
Yes, because I'm using the flood action. So the spell ends, you control any freestanding water inside an area you choose that is a cube of up to 100 feet on either side. Or on a side. And so it should control all of it, and I'm going to rise all of that water by 20 feet with the intention of causing all of those little pads up top to flood and bring everyone down.
Okay.
Oh.
That's going to get all of your allies and you as well, right?
So all of the water will increase by 20 feet, and so I'll, obviously you need to use your judgment on how much of the water that the land is able to soak up. But all of this area will increase by 20 feet. Or if Finn would think that 10 feet might cause the flooding significantly up top, then he doesn't want to do 20 feet. He just wants to knock everyone down. And so I don't know if Finn would know, if the pressure from an increase of 10 or 15 feet of water would do that job.
It's a little hard for him to predict.
I agree.
But I guess I'm trying to figure out. Are you accepting that it might hit your friends, or are you hoping that it's not going to?
I'm accepting that there might be some water that comes in. It's not doing any damage or anything. It's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
It's literally just increasing the water. And so I'm accepting that this area might become difficult terrain based on foot of water, but
and it doesn't
it's not going to
just
be
go away. It's going to stick around for a while.
Yep.
Or is it slow? Is it? I don't want to read this whole spell to understand it.
The only part that you need to read is the flood, which I'll take out. Or sorry,
You did warn me about this, but I wasn't necessarily prepared for the specifics.
Okay. That's just the flood. So it's increasing the area of the water by as much as 20 feet. It will spill over to dry land. And if it's a large body of water,
wave. It's a wave.
No. If I choose an area that is a large body of water, which this really isn't, this isn't like a lake, then it could create a wave. But this is not, from my reading, this would not create a wave. Okay. It's affecting a bunch of pockets of water. So all it's doing is increasing the water level by 20 feet. That's all it's doing. There's no other mechanics at all.
Okay, so here's what happens. It goes goosh. There's a giant fountaining of water that occurs. I think it would splash up to 20 feet, but that will only just splash over the lip of this. It shakes the ground as you guys, where you're standing.
Sorry, just really quickly, that area up there is covered in the cube. So that area is also getting 20 feet more of water.
Oh, the pools of water up here are also splashing forth.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was only down here in the ground.
No, it's all of this area is covered, and then up to 50 feet down below.
Okay.
All of this is in the cube.
So all of the pools, all of the sacred pools, now just go 20 feet, erupt with 20 feet more worth of water.
Exactly.
Oh my god. And what's the bottom edge of this area?
The bottom edge is here.
Okay,
So
all right.
basically
Yeah, that's
this
gonna
line.
be okay. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw as the flood of water threatens to wash you off your feet. I have a lot of saving throws to make.
Kiri's fine.
Just the whole area is going to be full of friggin' water now. Okay.
You know, technically, now the pool has the totem in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well...
does Vapos get advantage on
the
this check
Hatred Weed
for
hasn't
having a
been
swim
defeated.
speed?
What? Sorry?
Does Vapos have have advantage on this check for having a swim speed?
It's fine if not. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. I'll let the brothers combo.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I could make Vapos huge with the 20 feet of water, but I decided.
I am become the sacred pools.
So if you got lower than a what's your spell save DC?
A 16.
Gosh dang it.
Okay. If you got lower than a 16, give yourself the prone icon, as I'm giving all of these enemies here, which is the back pain icon.
So, I don't know if it makes, I know it's only my intention, but my intention was to try to get, when they got, potentially knocked over by the water, as it's flooding downwards, to have them actually fall off of that into the water below.
Yeah, I'm just giving them the icon first.
Okay.
But remember that the water down below is also pushing upward.
It's now it's now elevated, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, in a perfect world, I could have made the cube point even 100 feet behind that, or 50 feet behind that, but I was not able to.
No. 7, 8. Nine. No, 8. Okay.